Konnichiwa, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to talk about proposals. Eigo desu. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. This is the 8th year of the Sales Japan series podcast, broadcasting around the world from the Beverly Hills of Japan, Minato-ku here in downtown Tokyo. It is chic central. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, the president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, or in Japanese, Anata mo Presen no Tachijin. My other books include Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Tonin de Okane o Moni Suru wa Yamemashou, and my just released new book is Japan Leadership Mastery, and all are available on Amazon. In this podcast, I want to help you to survive, and even better, thrive in business. I want you to 1, sell more and do it more easily. 2, exceed your target. In fact, let's blow up your targets. Number 3, make some serious money. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We're not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentations Japan series. And every second Tuesday, the Business Tachijin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Today we're talking about why sending your sales proposal in Japan is the worst mistake you can make. One of the worst combos in sales is a virtual meeting online and the buyer says, "Send me your proposal." Or even more insane, you volunteer to send it. Even if you manage to sit down face-to-face with a buyer, do not under any circumstances finish up the meeting with this sentence: "I will send you my proposal." Sales is hard enough as it is. So why do salespeople decide they are not living on the edge enough and make these type of ludicrous statements? We usually get 1 hour in the first meeting to go through the first part of the sales cycle. Build rapport with small talk. Get permission to ask questions. Ask questions to understand 1, where they are now, 2, where they need to be, 3, why they aren't there already, and 4, what will it mean for this individual if it all goes swimmingly. This requires that as a salesperson, we shut up and let the buyer do most of the talking, and that we take very good notes. One handy note-taking technique is to divide the note page into 4 quarters, representing these 4 questions, and then write the answers in the corresponding quarter of the page. If you have missed something, it becomes immediately obvious because there are few or no notes in that quarter. In our proposal, we will outline what we've understood is their need. We will then outline what we suggest is the best solution to deliver on this need, and then explain what it will cost. Of course, we never use words like price, cost, etc., and instead we only refer to the investment. This sounds infinitely simple, but have we understood their need? Have they actually been totally forthcoming about the full gamut of their need? Are they holding back key information we need to know in order to provide the best solution for them? Why would they not share that critical information with us? We assume they want to buy something. Maybe they have a vague interest. We have managed to blag our way into a meeting with a buyer, but their motivation isn't high. They may have a mild dose of curiosity, or they may be a psychopath who loves to torture poor, unsuspecting salespeople. Find out more. We come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public courses, and we also have custom in-house programs as well as both in Japanese and English. We do classes in our super safe classroom and we do them live online. Our show today is being brought to you by, on the 5th of December, our 3-day Dale Carnegie course. Also on the 5th and 6th of December, we're doing our high impact presentations training. Our website is www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. Email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching videos, then we have over 2,300 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show in Japan, every Monday Tokyo time. Fridays we have the Japan Business Mastery Show, and on Saturdays we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from SMEs right up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Now, every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. Don't forget to grab my business best-selling books on Japan on Amazon. Japan Sales Mastery, which is Saegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, or in Japanese, Anata mo Presen no Tachijin. My other books include Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muru ni suru wa yamemashou. And my just released new book is Japan Leadership Mastery. And all are available on Amazon. Welcome back. Salespeople generally have poor listening skills. They are often not really listening completely because they hear one piece of the puzzle and their brain inflames with an internal conversation about the clever next thing they are going to say. At this point, they actually stop listening to the buyer. Or they may hear an objection and the brain goes into overdrive with what they are going to say to destroy that objection. They stop listening to all the other vital hints from the buyer about what they need in order to concentrate on their sparkling riposte. Consequently, what they regurgitate in the proposal may have missed the mark, or more likely, missed key bits which the buyer needs to hear about in order to organize the purchase order. Given this likelihood, imagine what a disaster it is to send the document off and allow the buyer to sit there and silently think, I'm dealing with an idiot who has not understood fully what we need. Here is Dr. Story's iron discipline sales requirement. When wrapping up the meeting, grab your schedule and make them open theirs and find a date and time for the next meeting. In that meeting, you will bring the proposal and go through it with them to make sure you've correctly and fully understood their needs. Get into their diary right there and then, because trying to do it later can be difficult and sometimes it never happens at all. If they say, just send it to me, under no circumstances accept that statement. Instead say, I will need to show you something, so let's find a time for me to do that. Do not dilute the power of what you have just said by adding to it with more justifications. Keep the strength of that bold statement intact. Break eye contact, hold your pen at the ready, look down at your diary, and suggest dates and times. You want to be sitting right across from them when they go through the details to read their body language reaction to what we are outlining. We want to make sure we have properly understood their need and that our solution is attractive to them. We want to tease out any doubts so we can deal with these spiky porcupines on the spot. Thank you for joining the Sales Japan series. If you found the program useful, then please work on your karma and share this with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you've learned. Go out there and survive. Use it and make some serious money. bucks, dough, ruler, coin, dosh, lolly, readies, smackers, earners, and bread and honey. Remember, I'm in your corner, your go-to guy for soft skills training in Tokyo, committed to your success here in Nippon.